All right, so today's a pretty big day on the channel because I bought a new truck. But I want to talk to you first about the truck that I've been driving since 2022. This is a Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road that I drove off the lot in 2022, so I've been driving it for 4 years now. In the off-road trim, you get upgraded suspension, you get crawl control, you get a lot of cool stuff. I bought it because I wanted it to be able to take me to very cool areas, do a little bit of off-roading wherever I need to get to different hunting spots. And it's done a great job. We recently became homeowners, which means I'm now constantly hauling around lumber and drywall and plywood. And this is the operative issue, is the 5-foot bed. I started thinking, what if they made a long bed Tacoma, which they do, but maybe they put a V8 in it. And maybe they already did that about 20 years ago. So this is my brand new, to me, 2005 Toyota Tundra. Let's take a walk. So the big selling point on them is they're extremely simple, they're extremely reliable, and they have a lot of nice stuff going for them from a design standpoint to be like a very utilitarian truck. And I personally like the lines, I like the way they look. The vibes kind of fit what I was looking for. This truck is not stock, as you can probably tell by the wheels and tires. It's rolling on 5th gen 4Runner wheels. I bought this from a gentleman up in the Grand Rapids area up in Michigan, and he took really good care of it. He's got multiple vehicles that include this drivetrain, this transmission and engine combination with the 2UZ. So it's also not riding on stock suspension. It's got Bilstein 5100s all the way around, as well as an Add-A-Leaf in the rear, which is going to give it better off-road capability and allow it to haul a little bit better without so much sag on that rear axle. The build list he gave me was everything that I was going to do to one if I bought one in a stock configuration, so it saved me a lot of time and work. So the biggest selling point on these trucks for me is actually the engine. The 4.7 V8, or the 2UZ as it's actually called by its build code, is one of the most bulletproof engines that Toyota's ever brought to America. It's up there with the 5.7 in the Gen 2 Tundras, and that's the main reason that I wanted to get into one of these trucks. I don't have time for engine problems, so if I can buy something that's probably not going to have any, that's much better for me. There are a few things that can kill these. Number one is going to be if your timing belt snaps. They turn off of a timing belt, not a timing chain. So at about 90, 100,000 miles, you need to switch out that belt. This one is fresh, basically brand new. The other problem that these trucks have had historically has been frame degradation. This one has a frame that's in really good shape. I'll show you the frame rails here in a second. But there are a couple of spots that are starting to show those early signs of rust. Luckily for me, our neighbor just across the street just quit his job to do full-time sandblasting and powder coating and undercoating, which is kind of hilarious. As soon as I have a need for that service, that's what he does now. So I'm going to be chatting with him soon, get the whole thing sandblasted, undercoated, and protected so my investment stays not only safe to drive, but reliable on the undercarriage, which is really important to me. I really would hate to neglect that and see something like this go to waste for something that I could have thrown a few $100 at and just gotten fixed. Also, the radiator and water pump can go out. If your radiator fails, you can get coolant into your transmission, which I don't know if you know anything about transmission fluid versus coolant. They're not the same thing, and they don't get along very well, so that can blow out your drivetrain as well. Those are brand new also. So the only thing left that could really be an issue on this truck in the foreseeable future would be the lower ball joints, which, if you're familiar with the first gen Tundras, you know there was a huge recall for the design of the lower ball joints on the front here. If they fail, your tire's rolling down the road like so, and then it very suddenly and violently inverts like such as, and in the worst case scenario, you'd die. So I made sure that those were fresh as well. I've got service records to say that those are basically brand new with about 10,000 miles on them. As we move back, we've got cloth interior. All I've done to this truck since I got it a few days ago was polish the paint back up. So I haven't done an interior detail yet, but everything works, everything functions, 4 high, 4 low, all the stuff you'd expect. And this is significantly roomier than the Tacoma as well as far as head height goes. And then passenger space back here is enormous. Don't look at this. I'm gonna fix that, I swear. But for passenger wise, it's got way more space in it than the Tacoma does. And it's got way more space than the access cabs do. So that's why I went with the double cab option here. You'll notice also it comes with a cap. So the seller offered this in as kind of a throw-in thing. He got it from the gentleman he bought it from. And it needs a little bit of work, but it's overall in really good shape. The actual fiberglass body of it's in great shape. Okay, so up here you'll notice there's something's wrong with it, you know? I didn't think the glass should be that flimsy. No, so he's got a shattered back glass, and the hydraulics don't hold any weight. They just drop back closed. I've got parts coming in already to fix that. That's gonna be a pretty quick job. Just pop this off and pop on the fresh one. Other than that, there's something very cool in the bed. He has a sleeping platform already set up for me. So what I'm probably gonna do is keep this general design, since he's already cut this plywood to be like the right dimensions for this platform. Then I'm gonna end up putting drawer systems on the bottom or something where I can keep all of my gear. But this allows me to roll up to a spot and just pop up camp in the truck and not have to worry about, you know, setting up camp or unhooking a camper. If I want to do a quick little weekend scouting trip, quick 2 or 3 day hunt out on public, I can either find free camping or just park at the trailhead and get it done in this truck, which is something I could not do in the Tacoma as well. Really, for the longest time, I've been craving less and less technology, which I know is kind of talking out of both sides of my mouth because I make YouTube videos for you guys. But the encroachment of having bigger and bigger screens and more tech and more, you know, firmware and software that's kind of watching you drive and making decisions for you on the road was getting really old. And I wanted to take a step away from that and drop back into something a little bit more retro, a little more old school. For me, this is about as old school as I'm willing to go. I mean, this thing's it's just got a radio and it's got cruise control, which is like the two technological things that I use in a vehicle day to day. Also, in 2026, one of the biggest financial hacks, if you're on the younger end of things, I'm creeping up on 30, so being able to say that I'm young is getting further and further away. But I think one of the best financial hacks in the world right now is to own your vehicle instead of having a car payment, especially when you drive a brand new something off the lot like I did with the Tacoma. Your monthly payment on that can be fairly substantial, and mine was. Now my monthly is going to be $0. I can reinvest that monthly back into the channel, into upgrades for the truck, into the house that we just bought. I can do a lot of better stuff with that money besides put gas in it and drive it to work every day. Now, speaking of gas, this thing does not get good gas mileage at all. It gets about 15 mpg, and that's the sticker rating, so it'll probably get more like 13, especially with a cap on it and all that stuff. On the other side of the yard, we have a little Mazda that's really good on gas, and that is our road trip that doesn't include doing cool outdoorsy stuff car. So as far as if we need good gas mileage, we've got that covered as well. So that's the truck in a nutshell. 05 Tundra, oh, I forgot to mention 225,000 miles on it with superb maintenance, so I absolutely do not care. That's gonna run for $500,000 or more as long as I take good care of it. So totally cool with that. It was kind of baked into the price. I got a great deal. Very happy with what I paid for it and the performance that it's gonna give me. More horsepower, more torque, more towing, more truck, less money, and able to, you know, camp in it, move a camper around if I need to, haul more supplies for the house, haul firewood around. Just fits my needs better. Love the look of it, love everything about it. Super stoked. You guys are gonna be seeing it in a lot of videos, hopefully doing some truck camping soon. So thank you guys so much for watching as always. If you have anything to say about the truck, maybe you're a Gen 1 Tundra owner as well, sound off down in the comments. We'll get a conversation started. Thank you guys for watching as always. We'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. We'll go ahead and turn her over right quick for you. Yes. Yes. It's very nice.